Yes! Alrighty! What's up, everybody? It is I, your Tribal God of Extreme, Peter Joseph here, for a Monday evening, getting close to Monday night video. When it's Monday night, you know what that means. We got Monday Night Raw coming up at 8 o'clock, the final 8 o'clock show for foreseeable future, because next week, get ready, for those of you who don't know, next week, Raw will be at 7 p.m., not 8, 7 p.m., because they don't want to deal with Monday Night Football because of the ratings, and who cares about the ratings anyway. So, Raw next week at 7 p.m. for, I guess, the rest of this year. I'm not sure if it's going to be the rest of the season, obviously, going up to January, whatever. But we'll have to see what happens with that. But tonight, Raw coming up at 8 o'clock. Next week at 7 p.m. So that kind of works out for a lot of us. You know, coming home from work. Well, if you're coming home late from work, maybe you can watch it, or you might miss a little bit. But for those of us who get out at about 5 o'clock, depending where we live, and you get home pretty quick, you get to watch it as soon as you get home. That's pretty good. And for everybody on the West Coast, it sucks because you're coming home from work at 4 o'clock and Raw is going to be on at 4 o'clock. So, sucks for you in the West Coast. Maybe some of you like in Chicago and around the Denver area, it's like 2 hours behind, so you're like at 5 o'clock. So as soon as you're getting out of work, Raw's on Netflix. So, not how that's going to work for you guys, but here in the East Coast, we don't have to worry so much. But we got that. So it should be a good show tonight. We got Linda Venkidia, the lassie bitch from Ireland. She's taking on Raquel Rodriguez, who will have Roxanne Perez at ringside. But also, minus that, we got the Raw return of AJ Lee. That ass! AJ will be back on Raw, along with CM Punk, to continue the storyline with herself, the man, Becky Lynch, and Seth freaking Rollins, after what happened on Smackdown this past Friday, which got an amazing, I think they got a big rating. But we'll see what happens tonight on Raw with those 4 lovely people, and a whole lot more, as we are 12 days away from WrestlePalooza, which will destroy All Out. We got that. And we're from Springfield, Massachusetts. So, I don't think Cena's going to be there tonight, even though it's around his hometown, but I don't think he's going to be there tonight. But we do know that Cena has 7 appearances left. One of them being in Boston, one of them being in New York, and that's November the 17th, right before Thanksgiving, or a week before Thanksgiving, and pretty much 3 weeks before his actual retirement date of December the 13th, and that's going to be in Washington, D.C., so, sucks he's not going to retire in Boston, but what are you going to do? Alright, so we got that and a whole lot more on your 2+ hour cure for insomnia, which is Monday Night Raw. Alright, everybody. So thank you for watching right here on the Killer Demon 669 channel. I'm Peter Joseph. You knew that already. Thank you for watching. Make sure you like the video. Hit that subscribe button down there. You know where it is. Friend me on Facebook. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Share the video all over the internet. And hit that bell so you don't miss anything. Because if you do, well, you suck. And that's all I got to say about that. And if you're brand new here, well, thanks for watching. Welcome to the party, pal. Grab that cold one and enjoy the show. If you like it, great. You don't, skedaddle, get your ass out of here. Go to somebody else. And that's pretty much it. Alright, hope everybody had a great Monday, the start of the second week of September. Getting close. By the time we hit Sunday, we're at the midpoint of September, and this year has been flying right by. And we got about, getting close to about the 3-month mark. We'll be at 3 months till the end of the year. And technically, we got about 16 weeks officially left of the year. So that means 15 weeks to Christmas and level 49, 16 weeks to the end of the year. So if you do the math, 16 times 9 is 140... take that back. 150... That was right the first time. 144 days, I believe. Somewhere around there. About 144 days left. Crap. 144 days left of the year. So, we're getting down to almost, 90 days till the end of the year. So, we're getting there. We're about 6 weeks left till Halloween. And then, right after that, we got the holiday season about to start with Thanksgiving, and then we got Black Friday, and then, then it's Christmas time. The countdown to level 49 will begin pretty much right after Thanksgiving. December the 1st actually begins the countdown. So, we're getting there. It's about 140 some odd days away. Maybe a little under 150, so we got that. So, if you haven't planned out what you're going to get for Christmas, I think I would really start to think, like, right now. Like, now. Everything I'm saying right now is happening right now. What happened to then? You missed it. So, plan, at least start planning now. Because if you start planning around Thanksgiving, might not get what you want by the time Christmas comes with all the pre-Christmas sales and leading all the way up to Christmas, especially with Black Friday. Everything will be gone. But we'll see what happens with that. But you got time. Got about 6 to 9 weeks to plan. So do that. Let me move on. Alright. Big series in Philadelphia with the Mets and the Phillies. Nolan McLean on the mound tonight, looking for win number 5. Well, not doing so good right now. It's Nick Castellanos made it 1-0 Phillies. So big game, big game for the Mets. They are 7 back in the division, and the Phillies are looking to put it away. It's only the second inning. Runners on first and second. Like I said, Castellanos got a RBI single. Yeah, RBI single. So, McLean's, in a little bit of trouble right now. But it's only given up 4 hits so far. 1 2/3, 4 hits, 1 earned run, 1 strikeout. So his ERA, which was at under 1, now went up to 1.61. So, hopefully Nolan can get out of this inning unscathed and the Mets can come back in this game. But, it's early. Like I said, it's bottom of the second inning. So, but with the Mets and the wild card situation, the Mets are up 4 games on the Reds and the Giants. 4.5 and 4.5 up on Arizona and St. Louis. Cincinnati plays San Diego, who's up by 2 games in for the 5th seed. Chicago is up by 5, and they already started against the Braves. Yeah, like JD's team's gonna help us. So that ain't happening. Alright, so we'll see if hopefully Cincinnati wins, we win, and then that lead goes back to 1. And as far as San Fran goes, they probably will cancel each other out with the Arizona Diamondbacks the next 3 games. Because they're battling for, the West, and that's it. St. Louis plays Seattle tonight. That's later. But everything else is later, so nothing really major. And, okay, so Nolan McLean got his 2nd strikeout of the game. Mets down 1-0 going into the top of the 3rd. But like I said, it's early, but this is a big series for the Mets. They get down by 9-10 games. You can kiss that division goodbye. This is like the week they have to win. At least 3 or 4. But tomorrow they got the fake tribal chief I think they got Clay Holmes on Wednesday and Thursday. I think it's Peterson. So not the greatest, rotation for this series. But Mets gotta stop fucking around and know that the division is kind of slipping away. And possibly the wild card. But like I said, they're up by 4 games. Still, after tonight, 18 to play. So, 2 weeks left. So Mets gotta get it in gear. So that's that. We'll talk about the Mets later. Right now, ladies and gentlemen, on the Killer Demons channel, thanks for watching as we get into Monday Night Raw. It is time. I know this is late, and I know it's out of date, but I want to talk about Smackdown. I did a video, a short little 8-minute video, just talk about AJ Lee returning at Smackdown to beat the fuck out of Beckett, the Man Lynch. So I talked a little bit about that. I did mention, did do a short about John Cena and Sami Zayn, that epic match of the year for SmackDown, and then got ruined by Brock at the end. So I'm going to give you an abbreviated WWE SmackDown thoughts, you understand? Thoughts. Excuse me, my allergies acting up. Surprised I got that out without the sneezing. But anyway, it is time for your SmackDown thoughts, you understand? Thoughts. From this past Friday night, September the 5th, 2025. Hiya, mother, blah, blah. My allergies are acting up today. So that's that. Alright, so SmackDown was pretty good from Chicago. Alright, from Chicago, Illinois, at the Allstate Arena. One great arena in Chicago. There's a few. The Wintrust Arena, where AEW loves to come out of. That Medieval Times one that AEW did this about a few weeks ago, about a month or so ago. That was nice. That's a nice looking place. And also, don't forget the United Center. So we got all that. And as always, on Friday Night SmackDown, this week, actually, this SmackDown started the new commentary team. So, Corey Slave is back after moving from Raw and, doing his European tour. He's not going to be on NXT anymore. Why? Don't know. So, NXT will be changing back to Booker T and Vic Joseph for now, I guess. I don't know how long, but for now, up until, I guess, the end of college football and football season, we got Michael Cole and Corey Slave on Friday Night SmackDown. Tonight, we'll have Joe Tessitore and, well, it won't be Wade Barrett, who's taking some time off, so don't know who's going to take over. Might be Corey Slave. I don't know. We'll have to see what happens when Raw starts in a little bit. I would think it's going to be Corey Slave, so Corey's going to do double duty on Mondays and Fridays until Wade comes back from his little excursion. People said he got let go because of all the shit he said about Nikki Bella. They said they took him off Raw, which wasn't the case because he asked for this time off like 9 months ago, he said. So he's finally getting it. And he smoothed things over with Nikki Smelly Bella. So, no harm, no foul. So, but we'll see Wade back in a couple weeks, hopefully. But we'll see. Alright, so let's get into it. Let's not waste any more time. Alright, so we started off with a long Clash in Paris recap. Not that we got one on Raw. Alright, so we started with John Cena. His final appearance on SmackDown. Because all the other appearances will be on Raw. And on pay-per-view, of course. The next 7. So we have WrestlePalooza. Probably, we'll be at WrestlePalooza. That's 1. And then a few Raws. And then Crown Jewel. That's 2. Survivor Series is 3. And then a couple Raws. Especially the one in New York and Boston. And then really, I think he has really 8, but it's really 7. So he has that Saturday Night's Main Event, December the 13th in Washington, D.C. His retirement match. Against who? We won't know. But he will be facing Brock Lesnar at WrestlePalooza and probably the main event. Well, we don't know yet. I think that should be the main event, not that mixed tag with Punk and Seth and Becky and AJ. It should be main event, but I doubt it'll be main event. It would be co-main event, but not the final match. But we'll see what happens with that. So anyway, Johnny Boy Cena, he comes out to a big reaction, says he's glad to be here because he's been trying to give it everything he has on this farewell tour, which we all know is not a farewell tour. Says, I got really nothing planned for right now, so I'm just gonna take it in from you fans. So the fans are like, yay, thank you, Cena, all this shit. He's not used to the most positive receptions around here, but, you know, the fans in Chicago are special. Yeah, they're special, alright. And they said the chance can bring back people to WWE, like AJ, like Brock, like Cena, like Ron Killings, anyone, but, you know, other people. Or maybe it'll work for Killer Cross? Doubt it, but we got that. Talks about the good times he's had in Chicago, some bad times he's had in Chicago. So he thanks the fans, he's about to leave, but then this man, the United States Champion, Sami Zayn, he comes out and he got booed out the building. Good Lord. They hated him. And Sami's like, oh, well, you hate me. So Sami reminds Cena that Sami debuted in Chicago when Cena had the belt. And they go back and forth about that. And then Sami says, hey, John, don't leave yet. I want to repay the favor and give you a United States title match. And Sami's like, if you want some, come get some. So we get this impromptu U.S. title match. And the segment was good, 3.25 out of 5 stars. Then the match of the year, clearly 5 out of 5, or I can go higher. I give it 1,000,000 out of 1,000,000, or infinity times infinity times infinity times infinity. Infinity times eon infinity. Match was great. Cena pulled out lots of moves. Pop-up powerbomb, nod to Kevin Owens. Angle slam, nod to a certain guy named Kurt Angle. Ruthless aggression. We got that. He even hit the hell of a kick. And then he goes back, and he's like, arr, arr, and he does like a little nod to Roman, even though he didn't do the ooh, ah. It's like an Edge-like spear. So a little nod to Edge, maybe a little nod to even Corey Graves said, a little nod to Edge, not Roman. And then the fans like, give us an RKO! I'm like, no, don't you dare do a Gilly Cutter there, John. So instead, he goes for a Super AA. He hits that, but can't make the cover because Brock Lesnar, he comes out Beastie Weekly. So good it brought out Beastie. Beastie comes out, pulls the referee out, poor referee, and then the match is actually, you know, it's over, basically, because it was ruled a no contest. So Beastie slips as he gets into the ring. Nobody knows that's me, by the way. Then he F5s poor Sami Zayn to hell. Then he picks up Cena. What does he do? What he did at SummerSlam. F5. Then puts his hat back on. Leaves. Comes back. Gives him another F5. And then he actually leaves. We go to commercial. We come back. He's going through Gorilla. And, not Gorilla Monsoon, but Gorilla. And he says, see you at WrestlePalooza, bitch. Oh, that's going to be a slobber knocker. Like Jim Ross was saying, right, Jim? Oh, it's going to be a slobber knocker. Go to a slobber knocker. Stop going. Okay, calm down. We got that. So that's going to be a big match at WrestlePalooza, the first pay-per-view on ESPN app. Not ESPN channel, app. So if you don't have the app, and you don't You know, your local cable provider, you don't have ESPN on your local cable provider. Well, you gotta pay $30. Sucks to you. I have it on the Rich Man's Cable, and I have the app. So, 2 for the price of 1. Ha! Good shit. I'm good. I'll know for sure. No. I mean, yeah, I do, but, you know. Some things in life ain't free. Huh. Just saying. Alright, we got that. Alright, so that whole thing lasted 50 minutes. And if you haven't seen my short, watch it, because it's, like, amazing. So, go watch that. It's on my Peter Joseph channel, so check that out. Moving on. Alright, then we get to the other hour and 10 minutes of the show, which, pretty much sucked. Until the end, when AJ came out. So we see Carmelo Hayes, him, and The Miz. They talk to a very busy Nick Aldis about a tag team title shot. So Aldis says, yeah, I'll consider that, and then he has to leave really quick, like he has to go to the bathroom or some shit. Maybe his hot wife, Mickey James, sent him a, nudie pic. I don't know. They had to go to the bathroom. Somebody's gonna pay. Okay. Yeah, Mickey sent Nick Aldis a nudie pic, and Nick Aldis had to go to Hardcore Country in the bathroom, if you know what I mean. Who knows? Alright, so looks like Mello Don't Miz is getting a tag team title shot against the Wyatt Six. You think they're gonna win? I hope not. I mean, yes, for Mello's sake, but Miz, he's been a champion before. Who cares? But I don't want them to defeat the Wyatt Six. I'd rather have it be some actual credible team. Like maybe DIY, or maybe the Motor City Machine Guns. Or maybe, just maybe, the Yes Boys! I miss them. Not Los Garzas, Los Lobos. We don't want them. They were the Triple A tag team champions. They got destroyed by Psycho Clown and think of the other guy. I can't think of his name. I was thinking Pentagon. It was Psycho Clown and Paragon or something like that. I forget. But yeah. Speaking of that, we got Worlds Collide this Friday night after Smackdown. So 4, possible 5 hours of Smackdown, of wrestling this Friday night. And we will be doing Worlds Collide predictions Friday afternoon. So check that out on episode number 84 of the Shadow Slayer 2.0 series. So check it out. Alright, we get that. Alright, then we see a car arriving in the parking lot. Who comes out? Well, it's the man! Becky Lynch. So you know what that means. Can AJ be far behind? Stay tuned. We got that. Alright, then we get a video for the Aleister Black excuse me, Poppy Priest feud. Alright, so that leads us to this match, which starts off really crazy because Aleister jumped Poppy during his entrance, sends Poppy over the barricade before the bell rang. I didn't hear the bell rang. Doug! What? The bell rang. Doug! Okay. No more of that Christmas movie lines, You should try out. Okay. But not at Christmas yet. You're gonna be watching that for a while. And It's a Wonderful Life. That's coming in like early December. It's me, George Bailey. Scissors Post. There they are! Merry Christmas! Merry Christmas, George, you fucker! I want to live again! A timeless classic. What are you going to do? It's every Christmas. Can they show something else? Like Jingle All the Way, like a timeless classic Christmas movie, like Jingle All the Way, and not Die Hard. Die Hard is not a Christmas movie. You think it is? I'm gonna slap you. It's not. The movie takes place on Christmas, but it's not a Christmas movie. Bruce Willis already said it. How many times? He can't even talk now. He'll still tell you. Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker. Welcome to the party, pal! That's where I got it from, so. Anyway, moving on. Alright, so, after all that, a bell finally rings. They go at it. Priest falls down off a big swing. Then he gets in, Alistair gets in something like an octopus hold. Followed by a middle rope meteor as we go to break, come right back. Alistair continues the attack, but he gets crotched on the top rope. Nuts. Oh, Zelina Vega won't like that. But he elbows Poppy in the head for a near fall. And then Poppy fights up, and they slug away. There's some big, hard kicks to the chest. Ow. And then Poppy hits old school, paying homage to the great man, the goat of all goats of the modern era. That's the Undertaker. That connects. And then Alistair hits a downward spiral on the apron. Ow! Then a razor's edge Chico by Poppy on the announcer's table. Table did not break. I am the table! They get back in barely before the 10 count. And then Alistair's like, stop! Stop! And then he throws the, I think it was the Japanese referee in front to block South of Heaven. And then the referee's like, and then Poppy's trying to get the referee out of harm's way. And then next thing you know, black mass right in the mouth. Poppy fell down like a domino. Whew. And once again, Alistair Black gets the win in a little over 9.5 minutes. And there you go. That's that. Alright, this is officially dark right now. Well, it was like 10 minutes ago. This is getting close to 7 o'clock. When the sun goes down, dark gets a little bit less. About a little over 6 weeks, we'll be turning the clock back an hour. So dark will be about 5 p.m. and change. And then we don't turn, it won't be dark like 8:45, 9 o'clock, dark, not until like early June. Early to mid-June, actually, before we hit summer. We'll be getting close to 9 o'clock again. So get ready. Dark at 5 p.m. here in the East Coast. And probably 2 p.m. in the West Coast. Well, it'll still be light by then, but dark for you at 5 o'clock Pacific time, 8 o'clock here. By the time we get November. But we're not there yet. Alright, so decent match. Mr. Black beats Poppy, but that story is far from over. Alright, we get that. We move on. Alright, then we get a video for Drew McIntyre taking on Randy Orton and his Nutless Voice! That match will happen at WrestlePalooza. That's going to be a big match, too. And then we see what's happening, what's coming up next week, and that's going to be in Norfolk, Virginia. And one of those matches will be these two lovely ladies. We go to the back, we see, it's Tiffy time! Daddy! Yes. What, Sunshine, what? I got a match next week. I got to defend my belt against that woman that looks like Storm from X-Men. I hate her. Don't worry, Sunshine. She's just a woman. You beat her once, you'll beat her again. Yeah, I'm gonna beat her just for you, Daddy. And then I'm gonna go out and I'm gonna hang out with Marcel and we're gonna hang. Can I borrow your credit card? Here, Sunshine. Oh yeah, tell your boyfriend to stop acting like a Spanish guy because he's not Spanish. He's Austrian. Or German. Or whatever he is. Okay, I'll tell him you said hello. Bye. Alright, Tiffany Stratton is ready to shut Jade Cargill up next week for the Smackdown Women's title. in round 2. Fight! So, rematch from SummerSlam. We get that. Then we see Jade all ready for the match. And then Nia, woo! Jax interrupts. Jade basically says, get out of my fucking way or you're gonna get these hands. A little bit later on this show. Why is Jade trying to think she's Braun Strowman all of a sudden? These hands. These are big, strong hands. Aren't they? If you don't know what that movie is from, you haven't watched 80s movies lately. Okay, it's a never-ending story reference. The Nothing. No, not Gamork. Not that evil, creepy werewolf, or whatever that thing was. Holy shit. Back in the day, that freaking creature gave me nightmares. I mean, legit nightmares. I was like, ah! Like, wake up and I see his freaking green eyes, like, popping up from, ah! I'm like, ah! Get away! Like, where's Atreyu when I need him? Falcor! Okay. Another good movie from the 80s. Anyway, we got that. Alright, so Tiffany and Jade, Part 2, Electric Boogaloo, this Friday night on Smackdown from Norfolk, Virginia. Or Virginia, or Virginia, whatever you want to call it. Alright, Nicholas Aldis comes in to see a rather enthusiastic Becky Lynch. He tells her CM Punk is in the building, and says, we can't have anything go wrong here. And then Becky's like, don't worry, Nick, you'll be fine. Tranquilo. Sit down. Take it easy. Take it easy. Yeah, like, if nothing ever goes wrong. Everything's fine. Look at that. Alright, after that, we get to the Women's United States title match. I thought this was going to be a filler match. It was going to be like 2-3 minutes, and Julia would have won anyway. But we get the lovely Julia with the even hotter Kiana James at ringside, her personal assistant, whatever she is. Takes on Mia Yim, the queen of twerk. I mean, she does, twerk pretty damn good with that ass. I bet Keith Lee's happy about that. He's just sitting at home doing nothing. So when Mia comes home, Keith's like, what are you doing lately, honey? She's like, hi, honey! What are you doing? Sit on the couch, watching Raw. Let me cheer you up. Let me just back it up. Or whatever that fucking move is. Back the train up. Backs up that ass, and then, Keith Lee goes to Pound Town. And they use the spinning gun. No. Uses the spinning bomb on her ass. I don't know what she sees in that guy, but this is better than Eddie Kingston. Ooh. Body shot. Sorry, Eddie. You treated her like shit, and she went out when she did. I'm glad she did. That was a really bad relationship. Really bad. But she's happy now. She's married to a good guy named Keith Lee. Got her dogs, and she's fine. But she doesn't want shit in WWE lately, and you're just treating her like shit. Should've went to AEW when you had the chance. You could've went back to Ring of Honor. Could've hung out with a couple of guys. Could've hung out with your husband. You could've hung out with the guy that kind of brought you into Ring of Honor, my boy, my good friend Prince Nana. And you could've kind of rekindled a relationship with your guy, the guy that plowed your ass back in CCW, and that's Adam Cole, baby. Oh yeah, Adam hit that in CCW. You knew. Look at the tapes. Don't tell me no. Prince Nana probably hit it in the Ring of Honor too. You don't know. We don't know that, but Mia Yim was gorgeous back then. She is now, but back then, like circa 2009, circa 2010, woo! She was like 20-something, I think. I mean, who didn't want to hit it with Mia Yim? Shit. I mean, you know Adam Cole's like, Adam Cole's like young Adam Cole, 20-something-year-old Adam Cole. That story, it wasn't even really a storyline per se. When he was junior heavyweight champion CCW, and he had Mia Yim as his girlfriend. And all the segments they had where Mia was like massaging him and Cole's like, you know he had a chub. Is it that hard? Yeah, it is. Hey, I mean, fuck, if Mia Yim was giving me a back massage during a promo, you think I'd be doing a promo? No! I'm like, goddamn, I have to do this promo? Just look up fucking, damn it. I'm like, goddamn, why am I doing this promo? Just freaking massaging my arms and back and neck so good. Massage my dick next, please. Look at that. Anyway, Mia and I can't think right now. Alright, Mia and Julia, decent match. Started off with Kiana James on the apron, and then AJ Pereira, the referee, is like, get down! And then she gets into the match anyway, and Mia hits a heat seeker. I wonder who told her that. We should get that from MJF. So then she hits a Hurricanrana driver. Nice placement, by the way, cameraman. Anyway, that led to Mia getting the running knee in the face, right near the ropes. I thought there was gonna be a rope break, but I guess Julia was smart enough to move Mia away from the rope. Goes to the cover. 1, 2, 3. Still, your reigning, defending Women's United States Champion, Julia. Let me get that. A lot of people hate Julia as the champ because it's just like an reign. Because she probably doesn't really face like that many good people. We get that. And we'll see what happens with that. Alright, after that, we get a look at Chelsea Green and Abba Fire taking out Charlotte's leg last week. And then we saw Miss Bliss, Alexa Bliss, beat Chelsea Green. And then with Charlotte coming back to help. But then I think they got taken out again. Then we go to the trainer's office, or trainer's room. Charlotte's kind of pissed about her knee. But then Lexi comes in with a stethoscope. And it's like Dr. Lexi or Nurse Lexi or some shit. And Lily the doll is there. And says, the power of friendship will heal your pain. So then Lexi goes to leave. And then Charlotte picks up Lily, starts talking to her. It's like, I think I really am losing it. I'm talking to a doll. Sir, you need it on the bridge. Knock next time! Knock! Did you see anything? No, sir. I didn't see you play with the dolls again. Good. So, dolls, man. Playing with dolls. I'm losing it. Am I losing it? Am I losing it, Mr. Dorito? I don't think you're losing it, S.A. I just think you're like crazy, like loco. You need to calm down. I don't know. You're kind of a crazy guy too, because you're Fiorcito. Ah! Okay. Moving on. Alright, then it's time for the big time. We have Seth freaking Rollins comes out from the crowd in a Browns jacket. Burn it down. Alright, he's ready to kill the legend of CM Puke. Then he does a great intro to his hot wife, Becky Lynch, the Women's Intercontinental Champion, makes her way to the entranceway. Becky doesn't like the Chicago crowd, runs down the local sports teams, minus the Bears, because I think Rollins is a fan of the Bears. He's wearing the Browns jersey just to piss off the Bears fans. I guess. I don't know. But he is a Bears fan. So. And still hasn't apologized to Ozzy. I mean Kelly and Sheldon and Jack. Fuck you, Becky. And you deserve to get your ass kicked by AJ. So, you deserved it. Alright, so CM Punk comes out, and then Becky's like, oh, you know, we embarrassed you on Monday Night Raw, blah, 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 blah. And then Punk's like, he goes to leave, and I was like, where are you going? We want AJ. No, don't leave. We gotta get AJ. So he says, I always deliver on my promise, and I always said I would never, ever hit a lady. And then we were like, is AJ coming out? AJ coming out. Then we hear, light it up, light it up. You know, we hear her theme. She comes out looking amazing for 38 years old. Oh, that ass. She comes out and skippy, da la 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 la, skippy down to the ring. Becky's like, she's seen a ghost. And then AJ gets into the ring for the first time in like 33,800 days or whatever it was. And then basically beats the fuck out of Becky. She hits the Luthez press, and then she picks her up, licks her hand, and then smacked her around in the freaking face. Becky finally bails. And then Seth Rollins is trying to help out, and he just like falls over the barricade. As her and Seth go to the back, and then Becky picks up the Women's Intercontinental Champion and starts skipping around, and then in a great moment, Punk gets in the ring. AJ is like right across from me. He's like, and then she runs up and jumps basically in his lap. And then everybody's happy. That is cinema. That is Smackdown. One of the best Smackdowns of the year. And, I mean, having one of the best matches on Smackdown, Cena and Sami Zayn, 5 out of 5. Just amazing match. And I don't even think anything's going to duplicate it for the rest of the year. So we got that. But all in all, a humongous and epic Smackdown last Friday night. And I gave Smackdown, minus the crap that happened after 50 minutes, I still gave Smackdown 8.5 out of 10 stars. AJ is back. She's going to be on Raw tonight with Punky Brewster and Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch. So, see if Becky and Seth can get their revenge tonight. And we'll see what happens with that as Raw is about to start on Netflix. The final time at 8 p.m. Remember, next week, 7 p.m. due to football. So we got that. Alright guys, I'm going to go watch Monday Night Raw. I'll do the Raw review tomorrow because I got other things to do. And I will be doing my Collision review later after this video. I might get Raw tonight. I'll see what happens because pretty much the rest of the week I'm pretty chill. You know, still got work obviously, but you know, pretty chill. No other appointments till the end of the week. So that's a medical doctor appointment. I just have to get a flu shot. That's Friday morning. So Friday I'm off. So, but I have to go in. I have to pick up that extra day on Saturday. So Saturday I have to work. Friday I'm off. Saturday I have a half day just to do that. Just to go into the office and do some shit. Blah blah blah. But making money you wish you did had, but you don't. But that is it. Alright guys, Raw's on the air. Let's get into it. Monday Night Football on the air too. Bears and Fight Queers. We'll see what happens with that as we finish off week 1 in the NFL. In the league where they play. Football. Now we got that. Thursday Night Football to start week 2. This Thursday night. Saints and the Niners at 1 p.m. this week. Cowboys and Giants at 1. I believe that's at MetLife Stadium. Jets, I think, on the road, coming off a tough loss to Pittsburgh, losing by 2. Giants losing bad, 21-7 over the Commanders. So they got another NFC East matchup. See if they can bounce back. Probably won't. Dallas is looking to bounce back from a close game against Philly, 24-20 they lost. So pretty much that NFC East right now is the Eagles and the Commanders. The way I think it will end. With one of them at the top and probably getting that number 1 seed. But we'll see. It's early. We gotta wait like 16 more weeks, 16, 17 more weeks, really, but 18. Whatever. Alright, that's that. Alright, guys, thanks for watching. Until next time. Peace.